almost the best sport in the world, a rivalry game. A time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators offense will have the football first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bob.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourself and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the give, looking for room. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Tigers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on it.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Leaves it with the running back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Auburn! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Here's the handoff. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. At the 20, he's got space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Pocket breaking down. Working that wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. If they're going to keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little space. Turning it on! Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The option look. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Fights off a defender. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
They go to the ground. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Fires to the right. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the 1st down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
He'll ride his man on the option. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations.
Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Trying play action. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Auburn offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
There he goes. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Making side adjustments here. Harris will throw. Fires to the wideout. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. He has the first and still on his feet. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Now the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
And the Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. Plows through the defense. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. They'll immediately call timeout.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Harris back to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look at the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harper. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 2nd and goal for the offense. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. He'll set up to throw. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. The 10. Touchdown Auburn. And the beatdown has ensued. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it out. It's Suggs. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They'll start this drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Maddox. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give on the option. Quick spin on the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. The ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Gators send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So here comes the Auburn offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And this one is perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Maryland pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those Terps players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Harper. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Using the quick game. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He leaves it with his back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Gets rid of it. He's got an open man. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's got it down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Got it in the middle. It's Harper. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Gators come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. Oh, he's got some space. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll try the run. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. The screen, he's got wheels. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Never a doubt.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Big fullback's got it. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. The give to the fullback. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll run the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now on the option. He'll toss it. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Auburn sends out the punting unit. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Solid gain to get them out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Just inside their own 20, they need to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Rides to back and leaves it. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Rides to back on the option, the give. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down.
At the 22. 4th down coming up.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. Shakes off the defender. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Right back to the well. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Ball down at the 50. Coming up, 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He tries to take the top off. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The toss to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Moving away from pressure. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. New Mexico is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over New Mexico State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Power football with the run. He's going to be a little short. It'll be fourth down from the 44. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On fourth down, going to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Lofted to the sideline, and it's picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Run it with the fullback. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Give to the big fullback. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.